Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is June 6, 2025. It is a portal day, 669 portal. Happy June, happy Friday to you all. I do hope that all is well your way. I send you immense love and light. I have been replying to emails, so if you have recently sent me an email within the last month even, my apologies. It's never intentional to delay the reply. I just be having so much mental things on my mind, plus things that I in my personal life. So I apologize for any delays, but emails are being sent out. Patreon will be sent out this weekend. The link to Patreon. It's just a grand start to it. So it's just gonna have some more in-depth messages and more interactive, probably like meetups or something. I still haven't really formed everything, but I do have sacred messages that will be on Patreon. So just FYI, if you want any information on that, you can send me an email. My email's in the description. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive into this message because Divine Collective is on and popping. Before I start, let me put my disclaimers out. I am not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator, my spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep this space divinely protected in the love, light, and glow of the Most High Creator and our spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe. This is in no way, shape, or form to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. No, it ain't. I am one reader. You may resonate with another reader, and that is cool. Find a reader that's best for you. Don't force that Cinderella slipper, though, if it don't fit. And do not eat the food on the plate. Let me repeat that. Don't force the Cinderella slipper if it don't fit, and don't eat the food on the plate if you don't like it. Find a reader best for you. Your intuition, free will, and discernment are always a key factor. So I just got to put my disclaimers out. I know it's a lot, but never know who tunes in. And thank you guys. I'm very humbled and honored, each and every one of you. Thank you so much. You can always thumbs up this video. Keep it circulating if it resonates. So, Divine Collective, where you going ain't where you been, okay? Where you're going is not where you've been. So basically, your circumstances have not defined you. What is defining you in this time is your true definition of yourself. What do you see for yourself? What kind of life do you want for yourself? What kind of relationships do you want for yourself? What kind of happiness do you want for yourself? What kind of experiences do you want for yourself? What kind of mindset do you want for yourself? What does health look like for yourself? What is healthy for you? How do you feel about yourself? Because whatever you felt before, it's like a different vibe now. Where you've been, where you're going is nowhere where you've been. Like even your mindset is completely different. Your world is a new world because you have a new view on life. I'm also hearing new world order. All of this political shifts and tactics to keep people conditioned in a matrix mindset, that is erasing. Why? Because you are evolving. The divine collectives are evolving. Therefore, that systematic structure to conform is shifting and like literally breaking down. And I'm hearing you're breaking down a karmic cycle that this world has been shifted into. This world was shifted into like a karmic cycle of always, like, think about all the negative things, like even to be quote unquote famous, you gotta like sell your soul. How many times we gotta hear that? If you want to make it in this world and as a music artist, you gotta sacrifice someone, Illuminati, bloom bloom. You hear this. There's some truth to it. Things are coming to the light because we have been hearing it and seeing it, and you can feel it. So the fact that this happens and that it is shifting like this is because it's erasing, because you're evolving. You are evolving as a divine collective. And I am multitasking, guys, so just bear with me, okay? If anything, I appreciate you for bearing with me. I should have did this before, but you're gonna be multitasking. Let's put that out there. You about to be multitasking a lot, meaning your schedule, again, where you been ain't where you're going. Because where you're going now is like, oh my God, everything that you ever prayed for. Like you knew where you wanted to go, but you haven't been there yet. It's kind of like knowing, for example, you're in pre-K or middle school, high school. You know where you're going. You know that you want to go to college. How you going to get there? You don't know. When you do get there, it might not be what you planned, how you planned to get there. Maybe you want to go to, I always, if I could have went to a college, y'all, it would have been a HBCU, either FAMU or Howard. Possibly Howard, because I really did vibe it, but I loved FAMU too. Howard stood out to me the most though. But anyway, I always saw like, ooh, I could go to a historical Black college, seeing myself there. But when I got there, when I graduated, that's not how it panned out for me. So we can see ourselves going somewhere, but we don't know exactly the pan out of it. You can have everything by the book, and sometimes it does work out like that. Sometimes, you know, you're exactly where you want to be, and sometimes you don't end up exactly where you thought you would be, or who even you thought you would be with, even in terms of relationships or people in your life. You probably thought a lot of people were going with you with this next evolution of your life, and no, they're nowhere to be found. It's so funny. My nephew, he knows me so well. Man, do I have my other phone? He sent me this link, and I hope I can even see it. I gotta charge this phone. But it was about a girl. It was so funny. He said, right when I saw this, I immediately thought about you. And I listened to it, and it was about this girl. She's like, I'm not talking to anybody anymore. I'm cutting everybody off. It was just so funny because she didn't have no emotion when she said it. She's like, I don't know what it is, but y'all doing too much right now for me to take in. And I've been talking to so many people, and I'm just over it. When my phone comes up, I'm gonna show y'all. It was so funny. He's like, I instantly thought about you because she said something about like she gonna cut off communication. And I literally have in my personal life cut off communication. However, it's not out of ill will. It's just, I think I'm peopled out sometimes. You know, when you overgive and overstimulate of people pleasing, because I had to realize like, yo, I was people pleasing. Interesting. And now that I don't people please, it cut out a lot of conversations. It's cut out a lot of people that were pleased with me people pleasing them. Yeah. And so as I elevated and I realized that those possible people have not been with me, and or I just elevated. And it's not that you got bad blood with nobody or bad endings with anybody. You just elevated. And so communication probably ceased. In my life, my personal life, that's what's happened as well. So either way, but I always give people love and light and grace for them to overcome or heal or do what they got to do, or wish them well if the paths divert. Hey, I wish you all the best. So you are shifting out here because the new world order that I heard, you have this new world view on how the world has been. So even when it goes to like selling your, hold on y'all, I told y'all I'm multitasking. So even when it comes to like people who think they can't make it without selling their souls, or oh man, I didn't even come back in here, who think they can't make it unless they sell their soul, that particular bracket of people is, I'm hearing facing a particular judgment call, or there's been a judgment being called, because the Most High, going back to what I wrote, that makes sense. Spirit is like, go to what you wrote. So right when I sat down, I started channeling energy. Today is 6/6. Y'all can't see my chicken scratch, but it's 6/6, 6/6 portal, 669. I'm gonna look that up when my phone comes up as well. But I heard growth looks good on you. Growth looks good on you. The unattractive is now attracting people who overlook them and or never notice them until now, ... And I heard an epic explosion. Then I heard, what is this? Dang, I can't even read my handwriting. Oh, gaining epic exposure. So there's like an epic explosion of people being attracted to you. It's like an explosion. You're like, wait a second, this is epic. What's happening? It's like an epic movement. Like you're having, this is an epic explosion because you're gaining epic exposure. People are now knowing who you are. They're gravitating towards you, and you were the underdog that no one ever really noticed possibly, or if they did notice, they still slept on you in some capacity, and or you slept on yourself, and or again, going back to your circumstances, you never thought things would move for you, but you're gaining exposure. And this is an epic move because I also heard on high, then I heard Most High's divine time for Most High's divine plans. So this is like the Most High's divine timing. Like when they say it'll happen in divine timing, this is divine timing for you. Because you gave up time, you stopped overthinking about when, why, who, what, next. You stopped trying to control the narrative. And you just let it go. You gave it to the Most High, your ancestral team, you prayed on it, your spiritual team, you worked with them, and you, again, probably cut off some people. Because, yeah, you could have cut off some people, or you got cut off, or things were just ended, or you just elevated. And when you elevated, it left some people behind. And it's because, and now the people that possibly were left behind are even more attracted to you. That's the crazy part too. These people are so highly, I'm hearing connected and attracted to you. They feel even more connected to you now that you're not around them. Isn't that crazy? Because now your presence is truly felt. And see, the fact that they now feel your presence even more so, like more definite, even you're not around, they feel it even more. So now that you've taken your presence back from them, you are more present with yourself. Because you were giving piece of yourselves. You were giving every piece of yourself to everybody, and it was like a present to them. So your presence was always overflowing for them. But you weren't present with yourself because you were giving yourself to others. Now that you don't do that anymore, you gave back to self. This is where this evolution is coming from. This is where the shifts are occurring. This is why even in the political and the entertainment shifts, we see it, because you are changing the game out here when it comes to self-respect and self-love and self-direction and self-validation. So this portal day is very, very symbolic. And I'm trying to remember when I opened this reading, my downloads just be coming. And I know I said something that I wanted to go back to, but I can't remember. But basically, even with my nephew sending me that video, come on, man. Okay, it's still charging. So we'll get this charged up. Let's go ahead and get, oh yeah, and I kept going. So let me finish reading this. So this is the Most High's divine, it's divine time. You are now living in divine timing because you are part of the Most High's divine plan for this time, to shift it, to heal it, to nurture it, to embrace it, to educate it. I'm hearing the education system is like failing people. This system, again, this man-made system is like failing people. And now it's time for us to not see ourselves as a failure, but yeah, there we go, the circumstances of life. Not to see yourself as that circumstance, but to see yourself as you're winning, as hold on guys, but to see yourself as someone who's winning, to see yourself someone who is embracing this epic exposure because you deserve it. And it's not that you're meaning to do it. It's just like I'm seeing him, y'all, and I've been doing the Forever Love series, or the TV show from Netflix. I've been doing videos. So I did 2 parts. Some of you might not like that show. That's understandable. Some of you may love it. And I love it because it's so different. It's different layers that it uncovers. And it's a beautiful love story. It's a beautiful story about culture, Black culture, about race, about unity, about community, about realness. That's why I love that show. And it's getting all these positive feedbacks because that is the shift of the movement. That is the spiritual shift. That is what the Most High is doing. The Most High is not fighting with weapons. And I'm getting chills because this is what I heard. The Most High is not fighting with weapons of mass destruction. The Most High is fighting by using his vessels to be the example. The show Forever is an example. The characters, the real true actors are the example. Michael Cooper Jr., I keep seeing his face. He is the chosen one. Even with Michael B. Jordan from Sinners. So Sinners and Forever, those 2 right now are very powerful. If you look at it on the spiritual aspect, very, very powerful messages within that for the whole universe. So you got Michael B. Jordan and they both name is Michael. That's so crazy. I just thought about that. And I'm hearing Archangel Michael. Yeah, they're like the protectors here. Oh my God, that's so deep. So you have Michael B. Jordan, which I love him. Creed, hey, and prior to Creed, but he was in Sinners, did a dope ass job as the twin brothers. Then you have Michael Cooper Jr., who is Justin in Forever, the Netflix series. Both names are Michael. Then I'm hearing Archangel Michael. 1722 on the timer. Thank you, Spirit. They're like the identification of I'm hearing the protectors of the universe, like the people who need to be protected. Spirit also has them protected because they're out here on their chosen mission. If you listen to Michael Cooper Jr.'s interviews recently, he's talking about how self-love is the best love, or how he walked on faith, and he said he moved. He's a very spiritual guy. I was like, I knew it because the energy that I've been feeling since I first watched that show was that. Even Mara is also very, very spiritual. Mara is very, very spiritual as well. She's the director, and then of course Regina King, and all of them, they're very, very spiritual. And she's talking about the team and how the team of people made this show, and it's not just her, it's the people, it's her also very spiritual, and it's just dope. It's a beautiful work of art, and this is exactly what you're doing, and I'm so proud of you. All right, so after that, so this is a divine's plan. The shift is here. The masses are changing. Yeah, the masses are changing. Spirit team is fighting. Okay, so those masses are changing. Hold on, y'all. And it says back, but not with, yeah, they're fighting back, but not with weapons. So so the masses are changing. The spiritual team is fighting back, but not with weapons, not with hate, not with malice, not with manipulative tactics or negative anything. And it is a complete, yeah, it's the complete opposite of that. Hold on, y'all. So it's complete opposite of that. So they, you know, the Most High is not fighting with these man-made weapons. And see, I'm hearing man-made weapons is also money. See, they're trying to think money, they're trying to fight with money now. And what I mean by that is they're trying to fight with money, the cost of living. is extremely high. The cost of food is extremely high. Money is very, like, people are very frugal, or they should be, but they're also wanting to spend more, spiritual bird, because they want more due to their circumstances. Going back to, people probably see a life for themselves, but their circumstances might hinder it. And they never see themselves there, but they know they're going to get there, but just not how. That's like going back to knowing I want, like, going to school. I saw myself possibly going to Howard or FAMU, but that's not what happened. And sometimes your circumstances can make you feel like it's never going to happen. If it didn't happen, it's not going to happen. But Most High is again saying, where you've been is not where you're going. Because where you're headed is nowhere where you've been, basically. You haven't been here before, but you knew that you would get here. You haven't been here before, but you knew you would get here. All right. Yeah, not knowing. You see, you didn't know. Yep. Chin up. Better days are on the horizon. Remember, even when it feels dark, the moon is behind you, lighting the way. Not knowing. You might not know, but chin up. Yeah, you might be seen as weird, but hey, weird is a beautiful thing. Your interests have taken a different path than expected. Embrace the evolution. It's a beautiful part of your journey. See, people might think you're weird because you're doing this possibly by yourself. Are you just the moon behind her? This is called moon seekers, I think. You're hidden more. It's like you're hidden in plain sight. You look weird to people, or you might have like a weird approach now that you've elevated, but it's a beautiful part of your journey. And your weirdness is actually attracting those who were unattracted to you. So you even have, like, say for example, a lover who kept brushing you off like they weren't attracted to you. They are attracted to you. And they're more attracted to you now. They were even attracted to you then. Look, distracted. They could have distracted. Let me see. Avoid using distractions to escape it. Distractions as escape routes from real issues. See, people like to distract themselves by escaping. I'm hearing you distract yourself by escaping. It's because when you escape from what you need to remove yourself from, or when you need to escape from distractions and you don't, it could create more distractions in your life. I hope that makes sense. So there's possibly, you possibly keep getting distracted right at this time, or maybe you need to focus on what takes your attention away. Something about distraction. Spirit, what is distracted? What is, oh, you're self-made. Yeah, some things could probably try to distract you. While pride is well-deserved, keep the ego in check. Stay humble. Share your wisdom. Empower others to rise. Self-made. Authenticity. Embrace the richness of who you are and let it shine in everything you do. Authenticity is a magnet. People are drawn to the realness. Yeah, people are drawn to your authentic nature. That's what they're attracted to. People now realize that you are authentic and you are a self-made individual. But see, I'm getting that some people who have a self-made image, their pride and ego could have got the best of them. And Spirit is also telling you, while pride is well-deserved, keep the ego in check. You know how to keep your ego in check. Because I'm also getting the people that weren't attracted to you, they probably had an ego mindset. And they probably use their pride and they weren't as humble. Somebody didn't stay humble, but they were very like wise. So I'm getting like there was somebody here that did not stay humble, but they have like a wise and empowering energy to help others rise. But see, that's the thing. Going back to politics, entertainment, a lot of these people are self-made out here, but they're very egotistical and prideful. Thank you, Spirit. I see what you're saying. But see, you're an authentic being. And this is what is rising. Michael Cooper Jr. and Michael B. Jordan, they're authentic and they're rising. And both of them are very, very, if you listen to their interviews, you'll see what I mean. A lot of other people, the self-made people out here that's been in the glitz and the glamour of the world, it's shifted. I'm telling you, because what was once attractive is not so attractive. Like, for example, toxic cycles, not so attractive. People now want love units and trueness, and again, authentic, if I could talk, excuse me, y'all. And I can't even pronounce the word, okay? I don't know what it is. Like, lately, this word has been hard to pronounce. Authentic, but you have like an authentic nature that people are coming to realize after the fact. They realize this after the fact. Everything you do has been like a pure richness of who or how you want other people to treat you. You know, treat people like you want to be treated. You always have done that. But some people have treated you with disrespect or see you as weird. Okay? But yeah. Yo, look at this manipulation. I wrote down manipulation. See, Spirit is not fighting back with manipulative tactics. This man-made world, it wants to manipulate people. But see, you're not being manipulated. And look, you're getting attention. The people who manipulated you now want your attention. Because, okay, so manipulations: to set clear boundaries, trust your instincts, prioritize self-care, communicate assertively, and seek support if needed. Your well-being comes first. I'm telling you, you're not being manipulated at this time. You are so by yourself at this time. You are weird and beautiful and alert, and weird is the new beauty. What you talking about? You know, back in the day, being called weird is like, oh, you're a freak. Hey, I'd rather be a freak and weird and be myself than try to be something I'm not. Hey, that's just me. And that's what brings your attention. People know that you just you. Jealousy, look at this. Jealousy is a shadow that only follows the shining stars. What? Your light. I've never used these cards, so this is so cool because this is exactly what I mean. Jealousy is a shadow that only follows the shining stars. Your light attracts attention, and some might envy it. Keep shining. Don't let their shadows dim your glow. You see what I mean? This is the attention. Those people now want your attention because you're authentic, because you're self-made. You're no longer being distracted. You are embracing your weirdness. Even if you're not knowing what's happening, you just know that I'm not going to get manipulated anymore. And you pay attention more to people with manipulative tactics or offers or contracts to sign. I'm hearing waivers. Yeah, what's understood. You understand what's understood. Keep your standards high and let their choices reveal their characters. Yep, you understand. And I'm going to get 2 more of these cards because you're a gatekeeper. Look at this. Gatekeeping, the energy feels off. If there's more to share, please do. Genuine support thrives on transparency. Yeah, you're a gatekeeper. You know when energy feels off. And Spirit knows that you're good for it. You're good for being transparent and being authentic and also staying true to who you are. You're genuine. And Spirit knows that. That's why they gave you the key. You're the key component here. That's why Archangel Michael is all around you here as a protector. And above all, what did it say? Above it all. Look at this. Yeah, you're above it all now. This is it. I was about to shuffle and I saw this card, but I didn't take it out. But the fact that it still is out, it's because you're above it all. You're literally high above it all. You're above the drama. But don't forget to handle your business. Rise like the queen you are, but ensure your kingdom is in order too. Yep, you're rising and you're ensuring that your kingdom is in order, and it's getting ready for your king to join you, okay? All right, we're going to end it with a message from Spill the Salt. Let's see. Look at this silent competition, see? You are not in competition with anybody, but someone may compete with you. Keep focusing on you. Yep. Because you're about to celebrate your wins. You see what I mean? You're celebrating your wins. You always show up. I cannot make this shit up. Cannot. It says you always show up for everybody else. Why not show up for yourself? Clap for yourself. You earned it. This is it. You earned this overnight sensation. You earned this new wave of exposure, epic exposure. That's what I'm talking about. That epic exposure is you celebrating your wins. You're gaining epic exposure, and it's an epic explosion of it. We're going to get 3 more of these cards, and then we're going to end this message. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Overgiving to family. You were overgiving to so many people. Even if it wasn't blood family, you just were overgiving. You never ate at your table, but you always let people sit at your table, feed from your table, eat your food. You tired, you had a headache, you overgive. It's overwhelming, but you still were nurturing. You still made sure everybody had a full plate. Love doesn't mean depleting yourself. Give what you can, not what you must. All right. Code switching. Yep, look, and that's why I'm saying people think you weird and switched up. But see, I'm hearing Divinity code. You just unlocked some codes, some Akashic knowledge. So your codes have switched you up to new levels. Hey, new levels, new devils. But you now know how to reset and refocus from being distracted. People behind, like she the only female in there. And at that, it's like an African-American woman and it's Caucasian man in the back. That could distract her from staying focused on a goal or thinking that she's not capable, right? Thinking that the circumstances won't see her ahead. How can she still get ahead if nobody like her is in the office? Well, you don't have to shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. You belong exactly as you are. And this is why people are watching you. Spirit, one more message. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Yep. People are watching you. Look at this. Passive aggressive behavior. Say what you mean clearly and directly. Nobody's got time for guessing games. See, a lot of these people are passive aggressive with you or know how to use that tactic. But see, you're not guessing no more. And you're not playing games anymore. And to end this, avoiding shadow work. You can't heal what you won't face. Sweeping it under the rug ain't working. It's time to sit with your truth. Unpack the weight and free yourself. You freed yourself. You stopped avoiding your shadow work. You confronted it. Because your shadow work could have been a distraction at one point. But you realized who you are. And you realize that people were secretly competing with you possibly. And it could have been people that even celebrated wins with you. But they secretly were competing with your wins. And these were people that you even overgave to. But then you start to code switch and decode. And you realize a lot of people have some passive aggressive behavior, manipulative moves that they were doing. Okay. Let me go back in here. All right. We're going to get probably like one more card message, y'all. This reading is, I know it's a little bit around the block with certain things, but hopefully you see how this message comes full circle. Or just take what resonates, of course, and don't force the fit of anything else. Family drama. Didn't we say you above all the drama? Could be some family drama. You don't have to entertain every toxic conversation or connection. Silence is also an answer. So you've been silent. See, you go weird because people think you silent. You overgave to family, and the family you realize were just drama, or it could have been, again, people like family, living in survival mode. See, this is what you've been doing. This is that circumstance. You always think you got to live in survival mode. But Spirit is saying survival is not your final destination. You are meant to thrive. Start building a life you don't need to escape from. It's time. And it's manifestation blockage. This card came up when I first used this deck and opened it. The Spirit is saying there are still possibly some mental blockages. That's that distraction that you could have had. Maybe your mental health was a blockage to your manifestation. Again, overgiving to family or loved ones or close people was blocking your manifestations. And now, and you always possibly feel like you had to live in survival mode because your manifestations were blocked. But now that's not, you realize like, I got to change my outlook and I have to unblock my mental blocks, and because it's blocking my manifestations from coming in. So now that you know, you need to focus on working on not blocking your manifestations, or if anybody around you has been blocking your manifestations, because I'm getting like a love energy. Somebody could have blocked you in your heart chakra, and that could have did a number on you to where you got distracted focusing on that connection and not focusing on your shadow work, or not focusing on your clear boundaries, you know, are still overgiving to somebody. Faith without action won't get you there. Align your energy, move with intention, and claim what is already yours. So it's time to claim. Look at this. Unspoken health concerns. We just said mental health. Your health is not something to put off. Advocate yourself and demand proper care. Your health is your wealth. See, oh my God, didn't we just say this? Because your health is your wealth. People were sitting at your table and you were making sure they healthy, but you wasn't feeling healthy. You were feeling stressed out and taken for granted, or unloved, unseen, again, unattractive. You probably felt unattractive because people just never appreciated you. But now that you stop giving and you start taking care of your own health concerns, you might even have health concerns or thought processes that people don't even know about because you're always overgiving to them, and they're overlooking that you might be going through something. And if you are, I send you immense love and light to get better, to know that this is not your final destination. Even though that movie is out, I ain't talking about that. That movie is crazy. I haven't seen it though. I haven't seen a new one. Don't know if I want to, but it's not your final place. It's time to focus on your health, because your health is your wealth. It's going to help unblock these manifestations. It's going to help remove any distractions in your life, anybody with manipulative tactics. It's going to help you stop overgiving and just to give to where you won't deplete yourself now. Because you can still give, but now you know not to deplete yourself. Because it says unprotected energy. At one point you had unprotected energy, like you weren't protected, but with Archangel Michael, you are definitely protected. And I love again how Michael B. Jordan and Michael Cooper Jr., both of their names are Michael in real life, yo. In this life, they Michaels, and they got roles to play, to do, to teach, to educate, to spread the spiritual word. And Michael Cooper Jr., he has that love aspect, that innocence, that purity, that you don't see the dark side of life. You try to see it from an emotional standpoint, from your heart, from your who you love, who you are, what you want to do, and being young and being pure, being yourself. That's what that forever character Justin is. And Michael did such a great, not even performance, but it was just the identity. He actually made it come to life. Like it's an identity. And when you hear him in real life talk about it, you can see why it came to life the way it did, because of who he is as an individual. Going back to Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, he was chosen for that darker side of life, to see the spiritual side in a different way, to get people's minds going. And that he was a twin in there. It's like battling self with self. he had to go into that darker side and pull it out. And along the journey, he took people with him. You see what I mean? So again, at the beginning, you take people with you as you elevate, but they might not always be the people that come back with you, or you might not come back to yourself unless you use your discernment. So both of them have very, very big roles in this shift of humanity right now, and about keeping your energy protected. Okay, so this says unprotected energy. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Guard your spirit. And we're going to end it there. You got sibling rivalry at the end, because people who could have been like sisters or are sisters, they were rivalries. Competition has no place in sisterhood. Heal what's broken, or choose peace from a distance. Some people you chose to have peace from and not sit at your table. You see what I mean? Because a lot of people, you were overgiving to family, whether it's a lover, connections, business partnership, whatever. You are overgiving to work situations and not protecting yourself. And now you realize not everybody deserves a seat at your table, and that is okay. Still send these people love and light if you want to. If not, love them from a distance, and know that you have to now focus on yourself and heal yourself, because it's really impacting the whole world and movement of this time of divine, Most High's divine plan and divine timing. And these people who probably are not with you at this time, it's not that they never will be, but they probably just still got some healing to do. But lovers, I'm hearing a lover might be want to come back to you. So we're going to probably hit on some love energy later, but I'm going to end it there, guys. If it didn't resonate, don't force the fit of this message. You can always email me. It's in the description of the message. But peace, love, light to you, divine collectives. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thumbs it up if it resonates. Namaste.